Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Roberts here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 29, Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Buying time to his left. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. Give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chase Young, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall, and this time they're able to bottle him up as he'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a 1st down. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Hall again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chase Young able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy
3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game, so you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Running left, Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson out left to Dotson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Evades him at the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Pittman from 6 yards away. And the Saints are once again back in front. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, Wilson. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Saints first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Wilson will throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Wilson being chased out left. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. Touchdown, Chargers. Garrett Wilson, 50 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Roberts has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll find Pittman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it's...
He's got a man, complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here's a give to Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And Wilson with it, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Running left, it's Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Roberts. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Three quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Tariq Woolen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On second and goal, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Saints have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run. It's Hall. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now Hall. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Out route complete to Dulcich.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson able to complete it to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Wilson to throw.
Montgomery, another target and catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for their full. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards to pick up there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Straight ahead is Hall. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is. And